Hello, welcome back and welcome to day 22 of Junk Journal July. I'm setting my timer for 20 minutes because I wanted to only spend 20 minutes on this prompt, but I didn't. So today's prompt is timeless, and I was thinking of things that are timeless, and the first thing that came to mind was 60s, 1960s fashion. So I'm gathering some images from magazines from the 60s. And I also thought of clocks for some reason. And I wanted to add this grandfather clock that I knew it was in that book because that to me sounds like timeless as well. And also, I'm gonna add other antique elements, another image that I have that's from a magazine as well. I think it's a couple selling antique furniture because I don't know, those things are timeless. And I was looking for a page, and you kind of saw the rest of my journal. At the end of this challenge, I will do a final flip through so we can see all the pages together. I'm very excited about some pages, not so much about others. So I really wanted these images to melt with the page and kind of be muted in the background and not be the focal point of my page, but I wanted them to be visible. So I decided to use Mod Podge for this. I was debating whether I wanted to also add some paint like what I had added in the page next to it, which is light. I love that page. I added a lot of acrylic paint around the woman in the picture, but I wasn't sure how to do this. So I just started doing Mod Podge everywhere. And I didn't enjoy it. I'm not a mixed media artist by any means. I think I like the idea, but I don't like to get messy. And even for me, working with Mod Podge seems to be a little bit messy. When I use Mod Podge to seal my journaling cards and to modify my stickers, like I do it in a very clean way. And this seemed too messy for me. But I think at the end result, as you will see as this video progresses, I think I got what I wanted. And so the Mod Podge did work. I'm adding there parchment paper. Parchment paper is not easy to glue, so Mod Podge helped. Um, some glue sticks, like the one I have, it does stick it. I had like a regular glue stick before that wouldn't glue it. And art glitter glue also glues parchment paper. So I like to use parchment paper because it kind of gives you that transparency look that you can get also with tissue paper. Oh, I'm getting rid of all my tags there because they're making my journal too chunky, and it was hard to work on that surface, especially because I was working with the brush. So I added some more papers around those images, and here I got tired of the Mod Podge and I went back to glue stick. I figured that if I kept adding Mod Podge, the page was gonna be wet and I was gonna have to wait until it dried. And that meant that I wasn't gonna be able to finish this in 20 minutes. But I still didn't finish it in 20 minutes because I don't know. I'm taking a long time to do all of these prompts, which is not a bad thing. I just sometimes don't have a lot of time. And I don't know if I need to spend so much time in each page. But this one, I really like it and I enjoy the process. So I kept adding more scrap papers from my pile of scrap papers that lives on my desk now. I want to keep using those until I'm done with all the prompts. So you'll see me again. So here I'm adding some tissue paper, again to have that same effect of the parchment paper. And uh, and I guess here I'm figuring out what to do with that piece of paper. That was part of one of the recipes I used for the recipe cards for, I don't remember what day it was. But if you go to my Junk Journal July playlist, you can see all the videos I've made so far. I don't think I've included the shorts in that playlist, but you can see all the long videos there. So I'm adding more. I kind of wanted to frame and also use, I could have covered the whole image with the tissue paper, and then that would have muted the images and make it part of the background, but I didn't want to fully do that, but just to it on the edges. So it still doesn't look good because we haven't added the focal points that I wanted to add. So then I'm going to use that other clock from that pattern page there that I really like. And here I'm looking at these ladies, deciding which one I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna use her with that beautiful dress. I had to cut parts of it because it had some writing that I didn't want to include. So I'm adding her. And so at the end, while I was working on this page, I started to think about how I was first thinking about how 60s fashion is timeless, but then I realized that I was putting a lot of women in this page, and I'm gonna add some words that said women who make sense. It was part of that 1960s magazine, and I thought, women have been working for a long time. So women in the workforce, it's also timeless. But then I started thinking of all the other jobs that women do that are not paid. So I didn't include the sense part. Well, you'll see that. And then my timer went up, and of course I'm not done. So I'm like, whatever, I'll continue because I'm not gonna stop now. So I also wanted to add that other lady, and I cut her head. I thought it was very ironic that I was thinking about the importance of women's free unpaid labor. And then I cut her head, and I cut the hair, sorry, and I cut the head of the other one as well. There, I'm showing it to you. Once again, I'm recording this super late. So my words are not coming out properly. So this one, the cartoon lady, I was able to glue her head with no problems, and then her arm was also messed up. But this one, it kind of has a scar there, and I tried to get rid of it, and I couldn't. That's what I was talking about, that piece of paper that says women who make sense. A lot of the ads in these magazines are aimed at women who are not working, and they are just telling them to sell stuff. I don't know. I guess that would be the origin of what we know now, of a lot of women sell products for other companies. I guess that would have been the same idea. So then I went with my gold marker and underlined that phrase, those words, and then I gave a border to the ladies. And here I'm looking through my stickers. I knew I had another clock there, and I really like that typewriter. So I'm thinking what else to add. I don't add anything else from that sticker pack. But the typewriter, it's really nice. I really like it because it matches with the green of the page. This clock was kind of giving me headache because I don't think I don't think it's drawn correctly. But I don't know. I don't trust myself because I can't really tell the time. So because I was thinking while I was journaling, I was thinking about women and the work that we do. I covered the guy in that picture because I decided just to celebrate women in this page. Because again, the work that women do is timeless. I was trying to figure out what it says on the sticker. I read it and I don't remember what it said. And I didn't understand what it said. So then here I go again with my gold Posca pen. I think I really have a problem with this. I don't know. Once I start mark making, I don't know when to stop. And I could have continued and gone forever. I'm giving here like an aura there. I really like that effect of the gold pen. And then I decided to add more stickers. A flower was obviously needed there, and I go for this tulip, which maybe I should have gone for something brighter, but at the same time, I like how the tulip fuses with the rest of the page. And I'm looking at there, and then I'm making more marks because why not? I don't know. How do you know when to stop when you're doing something like that? So then I grabbed my favorite stickers and I'm looking for things that are needed. And I found that butterfly that the colors went like beautifully with that piece of furniture in the background image. And then I'm adding more flowers. I really love those white flowers because they blend so well. And here I decided to put some flowers around her neck to kind of hide the scar that I gave her. It didn't work great, but I mean, it's not horrible. And then I'm with my white Posca pen adding more marks because again, I don't know when to stop my mark making process. Please let me know if you do mark making, how do you know when to stop? Because I could go on forever. So then I'm writing timeless, and as promised, I'm also doing the Spanish version, which I didn't know. We don't have a word that translates directly, but what the dictionary said was eterno, which can also mean eternal. So timeless means eterno. Eterno is something that lasts forever. And then I'm doing my 22 there that I really like how it looks like. I think it adds something to that. Rounding my corners, and that's it for today. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.